Hey, what's up, guys? This is Taif from Master Kicks, and I didn't get a chance to put up this Michigan 12 video yet, but I'm doing it this morning. The shoes are officially coming out on Saturday, June the 23rd, and they were inspired by the Michigan State, the Wolverines team colors. You can see the blue and the yellow. And to be honest, Nike is really smart. Like a lot of brands trying to do too much. Nike has been all about the Nike Edit to Amplify campaign, which is give people what they want. So if you look at the shoes, it's like these were actually made for the school only, right? And Nike said, you know what? Why do we hold on to stuff like this when we know that if we put it out, people are going to buy them? So what's the point of trying to just make them too exclusive? So, like I said, it's all about giving people what they want. If people want this Michigan State um, Jordan 12, why not make them to the general public? Yes, they're not going to be as many made, but they're still going to be limited. And people are still going to buy them. And that's all about making that money, revenues. And a lot of brands waste time on stuff that's not going to sell. Nike says, you know what, we're going to cut out all that nonsense and we're just going to stick to what people want. All right. So now, with that said, this is my attempt to figure out how many pairs were produced. Now, it's not going to be easy because I don't really have a lot of backstories to kind of come up with some kind of subjective number. So I wasn't going to waste time on that. I just went straight to my assumptions, and this is what I'm going to show you next. So let's go on to this. Now, I've always said that Foot Locker has derivatives, and I say derivatives, I mean foot action chains and ESP and all that kind of stuff. I said they together combined will receive about 1/4 of the entire inventory. You can double check this later on, right? And then I've also said that FTL Online, which is Foot Locker Online, receive about half of what the store, the physical locations will get. And the initial assumption will apply to FTA Champs and ESP Online as well, right? Now, the hardest part, like I said here, is trying to figure out how many shoes each store is going to get. Now, to kind of cut out all the nonsense, I stuck to like 12 pairs per store because this is not going to be as many. So it's going to be limited. All right. Now, next thing we're going to do is we're going to try and figure out the number of stores that are getting the shoes. And when I did my numbers, I came up with 131 FTL stores. And it's probably House of Hoops because I checked in my location. No one close by is getting it. It's only some places in Bethesda, and which are House of Hoops, of course. So if that's the case, then all we have to do is just multiply that number by 12. I came up with 1572. And I round that number off to like 1,600 pairs. I just felt like it sounded better. And if that's the case, then the online location will get about 800, which you see over here. And if you add them together, it's 2,400. I just took it to 2,500. Again, I feel like 2,500 seems like a better number for me. And if that's the case, FTA, which is Foot Action Champs together, will receive about 1,300 pairs. And then online and in-store combined, because I'm just doing this thing all at once based on my initial assumptions. If that's the case, if you add all this together, we have 3,800 pairs, and then totally we have 4,000 pairs for Foot Locker as derivatives. All right. And if that's the case, now let's try and figure out the grand total. And the grand total will be 4,000 times 4, which is, I said, 1/4. So 16,000 pairs produced. Mathematically, this is what I came up with. But my gut feeling says about between 20,000 and 23,000 pairs. I think it's going to be like 23,000. And because the reason why I'm saying is because I'm looking at the resale value now, and which we're going to do next. And that's going to kind of agree with what I'm saying here. All right. So let's go up there and then let's try and figure out how much the shoes are selling for. Now, the market value, I'll start with eBay. eBay's prices. Now, I wrote this on is it on Monday? I think on Monday. So I recorded about 13 sales on eBay, and that was between June the 13th and June the 17th. And it was between $309 and $500 for bigger sizes. And the average price based on these numbers is, again, of course, 48.59, which I added all the numbers together, divided by 13, came to 373, roughly 380. But the price went down since, and it's now 350. If you don't believe me, I can easily go on eBay and show you Air Jordan 12. Now, eBay is a little bit funny because there's a lot of dudes selling bootlegs on there, so you got to be careful. I don't see the price went down to like $798. This is crazy. Anyway, This is about 350, 380, which I agree with what I said earlier, right? I also went ahead and then I recorded some numbers from StockX, which I will show you in a minute. Let's go in there. Let's figure out what StockX is doing. I'll put that number down somewhere here. Let me get that picture. Oh my goodness. All right, let me go back on my website real quick and I'll get that for you. Now StockX, well, let's just click on the website. StockX, that was like two days ago. They only had like 25 sales and the shoe was 451, which is slightly above what 18% more than what eBay has. Now, if I was you and I wanted to buy the shoe, I'd just buy them off of StockX because you know they're authenticating the shoe, right? So the average price therefore is about 380, 400, 350-ish. And that kind of agrees with what I said earlier. All right, so let's go up to our conclusion and we're going to wrap this up today. Now, final observations. Like I said, the shoes are obviously limited and the current resale value agrees with my earlier prediction. Now, I do think that the 225 price tag, which is the retail price on, is a bit too high, because look, they are not any different from the other pairs. Like the material is the same. It's not even the PSNY material that they're using here. So I'm not sure why 225 is the price. It should have just been in 190. Now, to Jordan Brand's defense, they came out with a nice box, right? It has a collage of images on it. So, but I don't think the box alone is going to cost an extra $35. I still think that's a bit too high. All right, so let me show you the box real quick so you see what I'm talking about here. Let's click on that. So that's the box. Now the box is fine, but that doesn't tell me that the box alone is going to cost an extra $35. So the 225 is a little bit too high. They should have just stuck to the 190. All right. So guys, I think we're gonna wrap this up now. And if you want to buy the shoes, I gave you a bunch of links here from Nike, from DTLR, from Foot Locker, from Finish Line, and you can buy them straight now on StockX or just go on eBay and buy from these sellers that are provided. All right. Now, and this is all I have for you this morning. I hope this helps. And if you have any questions, do not hesitate to call me or to ask me a question. And again, this is just predictions. This is relative to what my thought and my process. So you can do your own homework. All right. Thanks for watching. This is Ty from Master Gigs.